Hello, everyone. I apologize. It's been longer than it should have been. Probably a couple of months since I've last updated you all on the channel and even my social media. I do apologize for that. And I will make a video explaining why I have been so absent on another occasion. But this one specifically is for something that I will be doing in a couple of weeks. Specifically the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th in Phoenix. So I was invited by a mentor of mine to attend what is known as the Arena Summit, in which I will be going to learn more about the power of a personal narrative. So I guess to get a little bit of training or just to work myself up to that, I will share my personal narrative on why I started the Vagabond trials. I know I was supposed to do this like months ago, but as I said, I've just been busy with a lot. So I do apologize for that, and I am thankful for the patience that you all have with me, my supporters, my family, my friends, who all support me in what I do and who are patient with, the creative process that I take. So I have been living on the south side of Chicago my entire life and grew up in a two-parent household. Mother and father have always been there for me, have never let me down, and just have been able to provide for me in the household. But once I travel out into the world and interact with my peers and see people who don't come from these households, I see the stark contrast in my upbringing and their upbringing. And as I got older, my parents exposed me to a lot more that has had very vital impact on me and why I carry myself the way that I do. And one aspect of that, I believe, is travel. I feel that travel opens the mind to things that we cannot experience if we are constantly and consistently exposed to the same images and news clips and people and ideas on a 24-hour basis. So I started the Vagabond trials in order to first scout and research different cities and states and why they do what they do when it comes to community organizing and youth engagement. The second portion of that, I would like for it to be something where I create possibly a non-for-profit or some type of umbrella organization in order to link the places that I've traveled to, and I want it all to be centralized in Chicago in order to get Black and brown youth specifically, or rather youth who come from rough neighborhoods, rough environments, or just their parents or guardian don't have enough to, afford trips for them to the East Coast, the West Coast, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the Midwest, or even to the Middle East, because that is the extent of my travels. That's how far I've gone so far. And that has all had such a crucial impact in my development. And I feel that a lot of people are robbed of the same opportunities because they do not have the same opportunities that I had. So what I want to do is create an umbrella organization for people to travel, for people to experience different cultures, for people to see buildings and neighborhoods that are unlike their own. Because I feel in that is how you grow. You can read and research any environment until your eyes bleed, until your fingers are numb, until your hands have paper cuts from turning the pages. You can do all of this research, but it is not the same as traveling there yourself. It is not comparable to getting a plane ticket, going to the airport, getting on the plane, experiencing the takeoff, the turbulence, the land, and then being in that city or state and indulging in what they have to offer and coming to your own conclusions about why things are the way they are in these places that is unlike your own home. I feel that if more people who come from rougher backgrounds and neighborhoods had these things, had these components in their growth, then perhaps they could see that things exist beyond the barriers that have been placed around us. This is why I'm traveling to Phoenix, because I want to hear other personal narratives. I want to hear why people are engaged in the work that they're doing. I want to possibly be even motivated to the point where I know that what I'm doing will be beneficial to someone, to anyone. I just need to know that what I'm doing is helping someone anywhere. I feel that it is. Personally, I feel that it is. But because I don't talk to every single person that I'm trying to impact, I won't know. So this is why I started the Vagabond trials. This is why I'm traveling to Phoenix. This is why I am engaged in the work that I'm doing. To interact with people who come from my background, or who possibly don't come from my background but have still taken up the same work that I've taken up, and really communicating and networking with these people. So hopefully, with our minds collectively put together, we could come up with some sort of solution to a lot of the world's issues that we all face. We're all in this life together. We're born by ourselves, we'll die by ourselves, but we still walk the same ground as any other person. We are in this life together. We may not enter it and leave it together, but while we're here, while we're breathing, while these vessels still have life in them, pumping blood and oxygen, we are in this together, and we need to work together in order to create the more peaceful and perfect world that we all envision. Again, I am sorry for just being very absent on the YouTube, the Instagram, the Twitter, everything. Since I'm now on break, I can hopefully get back to, some of these videos. And like I said, I'll be going to Phoenix and I'll be taking pictures and I'll be uploading all of that. But I do thank you again for the patience that you've had with me. And I do hope that you continue to support what I'm doing and where I'm going. I'm just fighting for people who look like me and come from the same background that I come from. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or concerns, hit me up any way you do. Then you know how. Just I'm always available, always down to talk to any one of you, because we just have that connection. I love you like that. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. I love you, and yeah, I'll be on here a little more regularly.